I'm Roxy Andrews, and I'm here to make it clear that a badly edited double win is not the way to end All Stars. Just know. I've had it. Officially. Hey guys, it's your girl Ayesha, and oh my goodness, can we just a double win? Really? After all of this, after all of the build-up, after all of the hype, a double win? Like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Is it a bit of a cop-out, or do you think that it was rightfully deserved? I don't know. And the thing is, right, is that if it's gonna be a double win, right, if it has to be a double win, why does it have to be edited so badly? I just can't. I just cannot. Everything about it was just so fake, just so badly done, so badly reacted. Like, it kind of made me lose a bit of love for Drag Race. I mean, I know that, like, you know, not everything is true on TV. I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware that the queens don't find out whether or not they've won until the whole of the world finds out. I'm aware of that. But, like, even that, like, that bit should be done live. Like, the poor queens, like, they must have had to wait months to be able to find out who the winner was. Like, oh, I just can't deal. I don't know. Anyway, before I continue ranting and raving, hello and welcome if you've just joined my channel. This is the part where I like to talk about all things that are Drag Race related. I've been reviewing every single episode of All Stars 4 this year, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it until this one. But if you miss any of them, then you can simply go back into the All Stars Roundup playlist where you can find all of the previous weeks. So before we get into the utter buffoonery that was the ending, let's just go through what happened in the episode. So, quick throwback to last week. I loved seeing Monet and Monique have their little moment in the workroom. And Monet was like, I think I know, but can I see your lipstick? And Monique was like, you know, I would just rather not, you know, like, I don't want to hurt feelings. This is national television, you know, I don't want to do it. And Monet was just like, girl, you better show me that damn lipstick. And Monique was like, look, you know, I love you, and I told you that you didn't do me, that you didn't do me. I told you that you didn't do it for me in the challenge, so I chose you. And she held it up and it was Latrice's name. I was like, oh my gosh. Because at first I was like, no, she could never do that. Just no. But yeah. Monet was, like, she was gagged. She absolutely was. And in fact, I think everyone was a bit like, but no, she chose Latrice, and quite rightly so. So the challenge this week is a dancing challenge. Well, dancing and singing and writing and performing. Do you know what? It's a whole shebang challenge. So they have to dance to RuPaul's single Super Queen. I don't know about you, but like for me, I didn't really like this version. It was a more kind of like acoustic version of it, and I prefer the version that we've been fed across the whole of this season. And so I wasn't really feeling it all that much. Plus, I thought it was going to be a music video. Maybe I just heard that wrong. Maybe my brain just made that up, but I guess it usually is a music video. So I thought that's what it was going to be. So I was really confused as to why they were just dancing in the studio, but then I watched it back and I was like, oh, no, he did say you're going to be singing and dancing to my song. You know, which is, you know, fair enough. They were being taught by Todrick Hall, who, you know, I'm a massive fan of, and he's an amazing choreographer. And Trinity was quaking in her boots, like, the whole time she just kept on saying, I'm gonna mess this up, I'm not a dancer, you know, it's one thing dancing in your shows, but it's another thing doing choreography, and I'm like, listen, stop beating yourself up, you're actually really, really good, you know. But she was really like getting into her own head. I mean, at least she could do a cartwheel. Well, actually, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but like during rehearsal she was able to do a cartwheel. In the lip sync, however, sure what that was. She did a bit of a Monique Hart in that lipstick, let's be honest. But oh, poor Monique though, goodness me. I'm glad that they took the cartwheel out of the routine, because Lord have mercy, poor Monique. Like, she just could not do it. I think that she's just been stung from season 10 when she just... I just love the way how Todrick Hall was just like calling it exactly as he saw it. He was looking at Naomi. Naomi was just chatting at some guy, and he was just like, listen, girl, if you don't shut up, you ain't gonna win. Do you know what I mean? Like, Naomi was just getting a little bit excited because, you know, it's been a minute, and like she just couldn't seem to concentrate. But yeah, Todrick wasn't having any of it. When it came to the choreography, Monet just had it down. Like, boom, cat, 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 boom. Like, there was just no testing her. She just catches things so quickly. So yeah, that was looking really, really good. I was a little bit worried for Monique, but obviously because I took out the cartwheel, everything seemed to be absolutely fine. Naomi, when she started concentrating, looked very good up in the air. You know, that was very Naomi. Legs, legs, what's on the menu? Legs, legs. So yeah, I was very impressed with that. So rehearsals are over, they go back into the workroom, and who is there but Chad, Alaska, and Trixie. And they turn around and they're like, All-Star rules have been suspended permanently. And everyone's like, what in the blue hell did you just say? Are you for real? I can't take this anymore. Bye, I'm out of here. See you later. It's been real. Taxi! Right? Like, people were just ready to leave. And then they were like, oh, we decide who wins All Stars. The women mouth dropped. I was like, I'm sorry, what? You can't be trying to pull this nonsense again, okay? Because I'm pretty sure last time, like, wasn't it all of the eliminated queens who came back and then they got to pick who won All Stars, and somehow Trixie got the winning spot. Oh my goodness. Poor Shangela. Poor Shangela. She was robbed. Anyway, that was last season. But, so anyway, they were obviously playing a trick on them. And they were like, no, we're joking. Rue still decides. So we're like, whew, thank God for that. I would have been so mad if that was actually the case. Like, I probably would have just stopped watching at that point. Okay, so now on to the actual performance of the challenge. Right, as I said, I wasn't that fussed on the style of the song, but that's not their fault, so I'm not really going to judge on that. I feel that they all did the best that they could, given the sort of tempo and just like the style of the song. As for Trixie, Chad, and Alaska, I don't really feel that they really added anything to it. I mean, they were just there, you know, Alaska on the drums, Trixie on the guitar, Chad pretending to DJ. Like, I don't know, like, for me, they weren't really needed in this episode. Like, they really weren't. No tea, no shade, but, well, actually, no, all tea, all shade. But, like, I just didn't really feel that they were really needed, so I'm not even concentrating on them at all. Monet, when I first saw her, I did initially wish that she had hair on, just because I just love seeing her with like big voluptuous hair. But I do feel, when I watched it back, that having her head bald actually did suit the outfit much better. She looks very futuristic in her red and silver. Everything was very angular. She had these like really sort of pointy, spiky things coming down on her face. I loved her makeup. Her makeup always looks so like pristine anyway. As I said before, her choreography was on point. You know, she didn't miss a beat. I definitely feel that Monet totally did own this challenge, you know, like just watching it back again. Like, I just feel that like her moves were just really, really strong. And of course, she's starting it, so she does have to come out really strong and set the tone. And I feel she just did that really, really well. Monique was giving it all the hairography, honey, okay? Roxy Andrews, you better eat your heart out because Monique is coming for the hairography crown, okay? You can't beat Monique when it comes to that. I did love the like full-blown ginger wig that she had on. The black leotard was nice. I like that she had the sort of like chiffon Isis wings kind of thing going on. I do wish though that there may have been a bit of colour, maybe a bit of colour on the boots or something, just because it was very black. It was very, very dark. And also because her runway look, which we'll get to in a minute, that was also all black. So I don't know, like I prefer seeing her in colour because, you know, her skin being so dark, I think that colours just really pop nicely on her skin, and it would have been nice to see that. But I suppose in this routine, the focus was the hair. So the hair was orange and the rest of her was black, and she was working it. Naomi's verse, legs up in the air. lips pumped from here to there, or whatever it was. What was the rest of it? Something about serving body, no curves, pose, something, and that was it. Okay. So her verse wasn't really saying much. Mind you, she did have the bridge. But, you know, I kind of wish that she'd padded it out a little bit more. Not her body, her verse. But, as I said before, I did like her choreography that she had. Legs up in the air and all the rest of it. Very, very nice. She was certainly serving Iron Brew realness. I don't know if you have Iron Brew in America, but the colours she had on, the blue, white and orange, that is like Iron Brew standard. So yeah, she was definitely serving that. She did look good though. In comes Trinity, looking super duper space age in her iridescent holographic spiky realness. I was living for that. It was kind of like an opposite to what Monique had on, because Monique had like the black chiffon and Trinity had on the sort of iridescent-y white chiffon, but either way I was still absolutely living. I liked in Trinity's verse and she was like, yeah, I don't need the splits. So like she's basically just saying, don't you dare be giving me any splits, death drops or anything like that, because I ain't doing it. She just said that from the off. 5, 7, back to 6, she's got the talent, don't need the splits. Okay. On the whole, I liked it, I just didn't love it. And I don't mean Trinity, I mean just like everybody, you know. It wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be, but I still think that all the queens did really, really well. Okay, runway. So, Rue looked absolutely stunning. A beautiful silver dress. Loving the little star details as well. Feeling that. It reminded me of a few weeks ago, the one where she stepped out in that gorgeous long silver sequin beaded looking thing, which was just absolutely stunning. So, I don't know if it was made from the same material. It might have been, but either way, she still looked fabulous. Monet Exchange coming out here in her African opulence. Oh my goodness, she looked stunningly beautiful. I loved that print. I loved her hair. I loved those beautiful wooden beads that she had going on in there. Her makeup was perfect. Her figure was on point. Everything was snatched. Oh, she looked beautiful. Monique looked pretty, but this was a bit of a letdown for me because, as I said, again, it's all black and like the dress was nice, but I didn't love it. I didn't go, oh my God, do you know what I mean? Her hair was gorgeous. I absolutely loved her hair because you guys know I love me some pageant hair, okay? Like, your hair can never be too big for me. Monique needs to come back again next season because the saying for that one is go wig or go home. Come back in here with that wig again and you'll probably win it. But then out steps Naomi in this absolutely jaw-dropping, stunning, oh God, it was so beautiful, so beautiful. I love that really, really rich violet colour, and you know, she was serving it for everybody who wanted a taste. These beautiful ruffles on the dress, everything was crystallized, and if it wasn't purple, it was crystallized black mesh. I loved the hats. You know, I thought she actually looked really pretty without the hair. So I loved the fact that it came around her head here as well. You know, everything just looked really, really clean. And then she just whipped off the skirt, and then she had this beautiful bodysuit underneath it. Oh, she looked absolutely gorgeous. I think that the puffs that she had on her elbows, it made it look really quite fun and quirky as well. So, you know, it wasn't just all like lean legs and lean arms. Like, she gave her arms some character, but then of course the focus was again on the legs because, you know, it's Naomi Smalls. Trinity looked divine. Oh my goodness. I absolutely adored her dress. It was so cleverly done. And I love where she just like ripped off the cups and it was actual cups that were there. She was ready to serve you the tea. All of the tea. Like, oh man. And her face looked beautiful. I loved her hair. It was the perfect hair for that outfit. I loved the cut of the dress. I loved the print of the dress. I loved the way that she walked in the dress. I just loved everything about the dress. Stunning. It's really hard to actually pick a favourite. Okay, so now let's just get into this ending real quick. So, we all know that Naomi and Monique didn't make it into the top two. And I think based on the performances of this challenge, I think that's probably the right decision. It's a shame because I really did want to see Monique and Monet in the top, but no worries. I'm not mad at all at Trinity for being in the top because she flipping deserves it, most definitely. The reactions for me just weren't enough. it just wasn't enough. Trinity, she just went, thank you. And it's like, that's like you're saying thank you for saying that they like your shoes or that they like your dress. Like, I would be so relieved. I'd be so ecstatic that I made it into the top 2, you know. So there wasn't enough emotion there for me personally. But we all know that that's just because they just record all of the possible outcomes, it seems, and then they just, you know, play it as it is. Like, oh, I don't know. I just don't like the fact that so much of this is fake, especially when it comes to the end. So much of it is fake, and I really, really don't like that. And then Monet came and just shut the place down in the lip sync. I'm sorry. Listen, Trinity, I know that you are an amazing headbanger, and you know, like, you love doing your like drops to the floor and all the rest of it, but boy, in my opinion, Monet absolutely killed, murdered, hung, drawn and quartered that lip sync. She was fantastic. I loved her wig reveal. Like, she took off the pussycat wig and it was just another pussycat wig. I'm just like, girl. she was fantastic, you know. Like, her actual lip syncing was so on point. I feel that they kind of edited it to look like Trinity was doing more than she actually was. But like, Monet, you just couldn't deny. And then when she did that spin jump split, what? Girl, I died. I actually died. Poor Trinity though, because that attempt at a cartwheel, honey, what was that? Oh dear. I thought that she just fell over. I tried to style it out. Oh, bless her. I mean, it would be wrong of me to say that Trinity didn't try, because she did, but I just, in my opinion, I think that Monet won that lip sync. And if it was supposed to be judged on who can do the best lip sync, Monet should have won All Stars, period, okay? But this nonsense of, you know, for the first time in Drag Race history, you're both winners, and it was just a voiceover. Come on, listen, if you're thinking, do you know what, we might actually have to make this a double win because they're both that good, you better go get yourself 2 crowns and 2 scepters. Don't be making them share a crown and share a scepter and just edit them side by side with a big dirty line going down the middle, like walking up and down the runway, and not even shooting them both side by side with their crowns and their scepters. Like, come on, at least do that. Make it look more believable, because that was shocking. Monique and Naomi's reactions to that, it was minimal, if anything at all. They reacted more when Trixie said that it was going to be them choosing the winners of All Stars. They were like, oh my god, this is like the first time ever in Drag Race history that there's been a double win in All Stars. The whole world was like, oh my god, and they were just like, okay. I'm like, come on. But it's because they're tired of having to like constantly be filming all this fakery. Like, you could tell they were just over it. Do you know what I mean? They were just over it. If you can, have a look on YouTube and you can see Monet and Trinity's live reaction to them finding out that they're both winners, because at that point they didn't even know, like, because obviously they'd filmed everything separate. So they, when they found out, like, it took Trinity like a good 5 minutes to realise that they both still get $100,000, because you know that's what she was mainly worried about. And that brings me to another point. I wasn't altogether too happy with the fact that when Ru said, oh, Trinity, have you got anything to say? And she was just like, well, you know, $100,000 can buy a hell of a lot of Botox. And it's like, you know, do you pump into your body whatever you want to pump into your body, innit? Like, I can't sit here and tell you what to do with your body, but is that the right message to be like pushing out to these like young impressionable people who are watching you, like, you know, to be successful you need to go get yourself $100,000 and just inject a whole heap of silicone into your body? Like, I don't know. It was just a thought. It didn't quite sit well with me. So there you have it, my darlings. Let me know who you think should have won All Stars. Did the person who you wanted to win make it into the top 2? If not, let me know who they were. We all know this could have been a completely different ballgame had Manila still been in the competition, but hey, let's just not go there. If you've enjoyed this series, then thank you very, very much for sticking around. Thank you so much for being patient with me as well. I know that I haven't been very well throughout the past few weeks, so things haven't been uploaded as fast as I would like, but I really, really do appreciate you guys still sticking with me and coming back every single week. Do let me know if you're excited for season 11, which I believe starts next week, so I don't think I even have much of a break, but hey, I'm totally here for it. I want to see how big that these people's wigs are going to be getting. And also, Miss Vanjie, she is back in the house as well, so what's not to love? Is she going to go home first again? We'll see. We'll soon find out. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next one, which will of course be at some point next week. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Mwah. Bye.